Hello, my name is Alejandro Russo, and this is my iceberg model. Before I kind of start this, I do want to apologize for the fact that my slideshow is going to be a little hard to read just because of the lighting in my room, and I've tried to fix it, and this is just the best I've gotten. Without further ado, let's get started. So my cultural background consists of three main cultures. Puerto Rican, Italian, and Irish. I get the Puerto Rican side and Italian side from my father, and I get the Irish side from my mother. I follow most of my norms and beliefs from my Puerto Rican/Italian side of my family, and I grew up in Florida, and I'm close to actually over 50 plus relatives from my Puerto Rican side, which I found interesting because it's such a big number. So, starting off with the actual cultural history of Puerto Rico, as that's the main one I'm going to be talking about today, I want to talk about how Puerto Rico was founded in overall. So, in 1493, Christopher Columbus he stumbled upon Puerto Rico, the island, and they found gold, and they found a lot of gold in the rivers, and they decided to colonize it. Spanish. This reign would last over 400 years in Puerto Rico until roughly 1898. Yes, 1898, where Puerto Rico was given to the U.S. in the Treaty of Paris. We obtained most of our traditions from the Spanish, as well they ruled us for 400 years. And Puerto Rico stands for rich port, and my dad's side of my family grew up in San Juan. So, kind of going more into the iceberg model, some of the top very first things that you will see when you go to Puerto Rico are the music, the vibrant colors, the fact that it's old mixed with modern, beaches, wildlife, like how hot it is, how humid it is, and the mountains. To kind of talk about the music and the dancing, you'll find music ranging from salsa, bamba, Latin jazz, and designated dances that come with that. Some of the old mixed with modern that you will see is if you go into downtown, like Old San Juan, or maybe in the outskirts, you'll see that like the older parts of where housing and like older like overall architecture was built, such as where my parents live. Unfortunately I don't have a picture to show that, but the farther you go like into like downtown, like San Juan is where you'll really see the new and modern stuff. In old San Juan, there's a 500-year-old fort, which is really the main attraction of old San Juan, outside of how colorful and all the music, food, dances, etc. And all around the islands, there's beaches. Scattered throughout the island, as well as an island, and they're beautiful. The water's clear, sand is white, and yeah. Some of the unspoken rules of Puerto Rico are going to restaurants and kind of really not formal clothing. It's like if you go to a restaurant in tank tops, sandals, shorts, you automatically be like assumed as a tourist. While Puerto Ricans are kind, it's just a formality to show up to restaurants, no matter like what the quality of the restaurant is, and very nice clothing, as that's something that's, I wouldn't say relatively frowned upon, but expected by other Puerto Ricans. One of the other main things is providing a handshake, as that's a sign of respect, and maintaining eye contact while you're having a conversation with somebody, even if you're just meeting them for the first time. Another sign of respect is avoiding contact, which when you're not talking to someone, as that just shows a sign of respect and privacy. And then another one of the big things is people really frown upon speaking upon the God's name, as we are very religious, and it's just something that's really people really don't like. So the core, we deeply value family time, education, and religion. We always are trying to stay positive. The idea is to treat everyone the way that we want to be treated. That's one of the big morals, as we try to stay overall nice to everybody. We are predominantly Catholic, as we celebrate one of our big holidays known as Three Kings Day, which is where three men, when they first saw Jesus, they showered him with gifts, and eventually just came a time for family bonding. Schools are very strict. It's schools are expected schools expect their kids to stay professional, study and get good grades. And family will always come first. So some relationships between the parts is how the top 10%, the core, and the unspoken rules will all come together to develop what's known as Puerto Rican pride, which is essentially it's essentially like our nationalism for the country. It's how we all express each other, how our love for Puerto Rico. We even have a parade on June 12th. And our pride defines us as who we are, as strong, as brave, as courageous, as positive. And yeah, one of the coolest quotes that my family is very fond of is known as "La pina está agria," which translates to "the pineapples are sour," which refers to that times can get tough, but no matter how hard they get, you can always stick together and work past it. And even if damage is done to the core, we will always try and stay positive and get back on our feet. Yeah, that is my presentation. Thank you for watching.